Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope everyone who is listening today is finessing. Before I get into this episode, I do want to say make sure you are following me on my socials at a Tall Girls podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest so that you can stay up to date on all of the latest podcast episodes and check out some super relatable, super hilarious tall girl content. It'll be linked in the description below, and underneath that link, you'll see a link to leave me a review. Make sure you do that and let me know how tall you are. You don't understand how many times I had to record and re-record and re-record this intro because I lost my voice. I mean, it's still kind of gone-ish. It's still kind of hoarse, but oh my goodness, you should have heard me over the weekend. I was struggling, okay? And, you know, while we're speaking of my intro, quite a few people made fun of me for that. They're like, yeah, you're such an influencer. You're telling people to like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. Like, leave me alone. There is no shame in plugging myself at the beginning of every single episode. It's my podcast, and I worked hard for it. Therefore, I will shamelessly plug myself, okay? So if you are listening to this and you're just like, haha, her intro, you're a hater. Low-key, you're probably not even following me, so get out of here. Let me stop, but it's not even that deep. Moving on. I am 21. Like, what? 21. Not even part of the reason. The main reason why my voice is acting like this right now. I don't know. I have to listen back to it, but it may not pick up that much while I'm recording in this microphone. But listening to myself now, I'm like, why do I sound like this, bro? But you know what? I had a blast. I had a good time. And it was worse. My voice just came back today. So 5 days ago was when my voice started yeeting itself, exiting my body, not looking to return anytime soon. And I woke up this morning and I spoke. I was like, whoa, my voice is back. Well, kind of. I'm still kind of crackling or whatever. Hence why I had to re-record this intro 8,000 times. But you know what? Nonetheless, I'm not mad because it's back. But it is insane. Like, this past weekend, I celebrated my 21st birthday. Yes, emphasis on weekend because I did celebrate 3 days in a row because I deserved it. Should I have done that? I don't know if it was the smartest thing to do, but I don't regret it. There's no regrets here, okay? I needed to make up for 18 and 19 because those birthdays were practically non-existent for certain reasons. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, my birthday was a Saturday, this past Saturday, so April 8th, and I celebrated on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Had a whole itinerary. So day one on Friday was a dinner cruise. Did I even say that? You could tell by the title. I'm just going to walk you through the entire weekend because I just have to. It was iconic. But Friday was a dinner cruise. It was kind of like a little water tour, I guess you could say, around New York City. I got to see a couple landmarks. I don't remember the names of any of them except the Statue of Liberty. Because if you come to New York City, like, how are you not trying to see the Statue of Liberty? I mean, I've seen it before. I took a boat around it, because I didn't actually go onto the little island and like climb up the stairs. Fun fact, I've been working on the Stairmaster these past couple of days, and I'm technically able to climb up to the top of the Statue of Liberty. So there's that. However, I actually never truly got to climb up to the Statue of Liberty. So yeah, but nonetheless, she was still pretty. She was still looking cute or whatever. But back on track. We did indeed almost miss our boat. Yes, we were almost late. So, like, it was me, my high school friend, my sister, and my sister's boyfriend. Yes, me, my high school friend, my sister, my sister's boyfriend. So, okay, we're gonna have to backtrack a little. I was trying to find an outfit for Saturday because I ordered one off of ASOS because, haha, ASOS vibes, like a week before. Exactly a week before. So that past Saturday, if that even makes sense. Okay, so my birthday was April 8th. April 1st was when I ordered it. Because I was like, yeah, a week is going to be enough time, right? Haha. And it was supposed to be delivered that day, that Friday. But then they switched up the delivery on me. So it did not get delivered on time. That's it. What day is today? Today is Wednesday. The day before this episode goes up, I still have not received it. Well, I received one item, not the other one. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. So me and my friend were scurrying to find something. Scurrying. This is already chaotic, but long story short, I ordered some jeans from Zara to pick up in the city before this dinner cruise. And then we were supposed to meet my sister and her boyfriend out there at the Zara. And of course, from the start, we were already running behind schedule. She called me to pull up to her house. We live next door from each other, by the way, to zip up what she was wearing, her jumpsuit. And I went over there, tried to zip it up. It was not cooperating. Only for her to try to zip it up herself 40 minutes later. And she was able to get it. I was like, damn, really just wasted that much time. But anyways, we're cutting it close. So she Ubers us to Zara. We get the jeans. I try them on. They're super fly or whatever. Then we only had 20 minutes to find a top. This is so chaotic. Before my sister reached us. Okay, so 20 minutes. How is that going to happen? I don't even know. Because, see, the problem here is I have to literally try everything on. If you're a tall person listening to this, you know. Because if it doesn't reach the wrists and it looks awkward, it's obviously a no-go. So, but my sister was actually running behind schedule too because she took a wrong turn. We love that for us. But we searched through Zara, nothing. Searched through Urban Outfitters 2 blocks down from Zara. Nothing. Went to the H&M around the corner and finally found something. And my friend did all of that in 4-inch heels. Like, she really pulled through for that. I do have to say that. She pulled through. But anyways, waiting for checkout, waiting to buy the top that I found. Get a call from my sister. She's like, hey, I'm at Zara. Where y'all at? And I said, I'm in H&M. And when I say she started yelling at me with a capital Y. It was kind of hilarious. But I also felt kind of bad. But she ended up picking us up from H&M and getting us to the boat, safe and sound. With, about 10 minutes to spare? Because the boat was supposed to board at 6. We were technically supposed to get there like 6:15-ish, 6:30-ish, and we got there around 6:50 because the boat had to leave at 7. So we did cut it close, but nonetheless, we made it. And the boat was pretty cute, not gonna lie. There were 3 floors. I was on a main floor, so there was a lower level and an upper level from my perspective. And the upper level was outside. So, the views were immaculate or whatever. And we had to go up there to take photos. And even though the sky was pretty gray and it looked like the clouds just wanted to open up and pour, we still got some nice photos. But the wind, girl, it was terrible. We had our coats off too. So I had like some short sleeve. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just gonna say I was showing some skin, and I immediately regretted it. Not only was I almost blown away, I was freezing. But you gotta do what you gotta do for the pictures. You gotta do what you gotta do for the pictures. Anyways, the cruise itself was very nice. The ride wasn't too bumpy. The food was okay. I give it a calm 6 out of 10 because there was like 3 courses, and the first course, me, my sister, and her mans got the salad, but it was just a chunk of lettuce with some dressing on it. Good night. And my friend got the filet mignon. She really says the filet mignon. Well, we know it was filet mignon, but I think it was a video. I think she said it was a video. Somebody said filet mignon. Anyways, I'm thinking way too much. Just 3 thin, tiny slivers of beef with some sauce on it. Hilarious. But hey, we were just there for the experience. We were there for the vibes. Then what else? Had a half a chicken. I had a half a chicken with literal tomato sauce on it. Yeah. But, I had a chocolate cake to end it off, and the cake wasn't even that bad, to be honest. It was pretty good, but oh my gosh, what was even better? The bread. The bread made it did not just make the entire, eating experience or whatever. It made the entire cruise experience. That bread was absolutely fire. And we apparently had unlimited bread, so my friend kept ordering the bread. And I don't blame her. Solid 11 out of 10. I really need to find out where they get their bread from. But yeah, the views were great. And oh my gosh, during the ride, my sister kept kicking me. Okay, so if you didn't know, my sister and I were the same height. I'm a little bit taller than her now, but we automatically knew not to sit in front of each other because, the whole legs thing, hashtag tall girl problems or whatever. But she sat diagonally from me. So it was at a square table for 4. I was seated on one side. Her man sat in front of me. She sat next to her man's, and then my friend sat in front of her. So that's kind of how it went. So I sat in front of her man's, who is 5'8". So it was just better for him to sit in front of me anyways. And half the time, she's still kicking me. Like, what's going on here? And she kept saying, oops, whose leg is that? And I kept saying that it's mine. Hello? Can you not? I'm telling you, a tall person can never peacefully sit at a table with another tall person. Like, this girl sat diagonally from me and was still kicking me. Good night. But she must have been mad, okay? Because she kept complaining about the DJ. She kept asking, why is his music on volume 2? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame her. He was playing that music very soft, albeit I think he just had to compensate for different age groups. And the majority of the people there were, in fact, on the older side. Not super older, but on the older side. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But then again, not only was the music soft, he was playing trap music over country beats. Like mixes that he probably made in his basement, and it was not the greatest. But you know what? He ended up playing 1 or 2 pretty okay songs, My sister and I actually ended up on the dance floor twice. One was the cha-cha slide, of course, because why would you not go to the dance floor for the cha-cha slide? Who are you if you don't go get up on the dance floor for the cha-cha slide? That's all I'm saying. And it was some other song, I don't remember the name, but there was some dance to it or whatever. And nobody at that table was going to go dance with her. And I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little frisky. I'm feeling a little bit, risky. It's not even that deep. It's literally just a dance. But birthday vibes. So I was like, yeah, just show me. So we ended up getting on the dance floor and trying out the dance. But you know me, long legs and stuff, tripping over my own feet. But I did get it after a while. And then one of the waiters joined us in the dance. It was pretty fun. He called it the remix of the electric slide. And I couldn't agree more. So, yeah, she taught me the remix of the electric slide. But it was a vibe. I did have a great time. And of course, we had to end the night with a short man flirting with me. So typically, when people are leaving a certain area, it doesn't just have to be this boat. It could be like a classroom or whatever it may be. I don't like to be in that mad rush of people leaving. I just think there's too much going on, too much shoving and bumping and yelling and cursing or whatever. So my friend actually suggested to just wait till everybody left. So I was like, that's honestly a good decision. It's a good move. So we waited for everybody to leave the boat so we could leave last. Then when everybody left, we were getting ready to leave. So we just got up and started walking down the stairs because was it down the stairs? Yes, we entered on the lower level. So we left at the lower level. Started walking down the stairs. And then all I hear is just, tell me straight, tell me straight, tell me straight. I'm too short for you, aren't I? And I look up and I see it's one of the waiters and I'm immediately like, yes, you are. In my head, I didn't say that out loud. I was not going to say that out loud because I would have felt bad. But I'm also thinking that insecurity is already there. And that's a no-go. I don't need that in my life. We don't have time for that. We don't do that here. And in reality, I just was like, yeah, no, have a good night. Well, I kept walking away. Oh my gosh. But I'm telling you right now, that is no way to flirt with a tall girl. Just like, yeah, too short for you. Damn, like there's no need for you to just say I'm gigantic. Well, he didn't say that outright, but that's kind of what you're implying. And that's the first thing that you said to me. I don't even know your name. We're not even friends. We're not even colleagues. It just, no. Put a bad taste in my mouth. Had to leave. But the entire experience was a vibe. I would definitely do it again. It was nice. I actually might do it again. But when the weather is better, I can't with this gray weather, super windy, literally like 20 degrees outside type stuff. It's a no for me, but yeah, I would definitely do it again on a nicer day. So the next day, it was actually my birthday. The Saturday. Iconic. It was a movie. That was the day that I realized that, and actually I was told to do a whole episode on my birthday weekend. I was like, screw it. Of course I have to. So that day it was me, my two college friends, the same high school friend from the day before, and her prospect. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. Her prospect. Mad people though, but if you think about it, on the low, we kind of took a whole entire tour of Brooklyn. Because why were there so many destinations? But you know what? It was for the birthday vibes. That was the phrase for that weekend. For the birthday vibes. So our first stop was mini golfing. And I'm sure you're like, India, mini golfing. But hear me out. It went way better than I expected. Even though, golf balls were like flying off of walls and into the water. Like, how on the courses they have these obstacles and then they have like a little mini lake type of thing. Yeah, oh my gosh, that sounded so bad. Golf balls started falling, dropping into those and stuff like that. It was just going everywhere but the actual hole it was supposed to go into. And of course, this was one of those places where the courses were interactive. So we got 6 tokens and there were 6 places to put the tokens in. And it was supposed to, play a video or some audio to describe the purpose of the courses. So there was like a plot to it. There was a storyline and we were supposed to follow that, but we didn't. No one listened to it. Well, except for the one that was playing BTS. That's when everybody started like vibing out to it. But everything else was like, it's okay, I guess. And people were bopping to that. The one that had the, the BTS song inappropriately around children. Oh my gosh. There were mad little kids there and they came out of nowhere. I'm sure that it was for a kid's birthday party. I think it was. Like at the end, I think I heard a parent talking about a birthday party. But why were these children so out of pocket? They were cutting us off, running around, screaming, hooting and hollering. They kept walking onto the course during people's turns. This one time, one of my friends was, he had his turn. He was trying to hit the ball into the hole or whatever. And this child climbed up like onto the course behind him and walked right past him as he was getting ready to hit the ball, only to climb off to get back on and walk right past him. I was like, oh, child, my voice. I was like, what? And my friend was just standing there. He was trying so bad to hold his frustration in. It was hilarious. He was trying so hard to concentrate, and actually get the ball into the hole. But this little kid, that moment was everything. And the parents were enabling this behavior. Like when the kids would cut us off, the parents like walk up behind them and laugh and go, ha ha, and then like help the children try to hit the ball into the hole. Like, you're supposed to teach your kid to wait their turn. Mad disrespectful. You're the reason why your child is actually acting like this. Seriously. And it's not a good thing at all. Come get your child and tell them to wait in line. What are you doing? Or just go to the course in front of us. But don't just cut us off like that. And the amount of little kids that were actually there, that was truly more disrespectful than the kids cutting us off. No lie. It was actually kind of scary. Probably one of the scariest things for a tall person has to be being around tiny children, because you won't know that they're super close to you or even where they are until after you trip over them. And by that point, it's already too late. You done broke your neck, cracked your skull or whatever, and the parents are ready to fight. Like, your kids are going wild and you're ready to fight me? Let me know how that works. But okay, call the IRS on me. Oh my God. This man, one of my friends kept saying, I'm gonna call the IRS on you. I mean, I'm pretty sure he meant to say the cops, but the IRS just came out and I just think we rolled with that for the rest of the night. And I'm pretty sure it's because he may or may not be stressed about the fact that tax season is here and it's just getting to that time. But you know what? We rolled with it. Anyways, and I won mini golf. Can you believe that? I, a tall girl, played mini golf and won. That's how you know everyone else sucked. Or maybe it was just the birthday vibes. I'm going to say it was for the birthday vibes because I'm the birthday girl and I deserve to win. We'll go with that. It's for the birthday vibes. But mini golfing was lit indeed. So then next, we went bowling. Now that was a whole other animal. First of all, why did we wait like an hour and a half before we even got a lane? That was honestly horrendous. But I can't be too mad at that because we got to eat. Oh my gosh, the chicken that they served, bomb, crunchy, juicy, kind of under seasoned, but they did give us honey for us to dip the chicken in, which is pretty fire. It was a very interesting combination. So if you're looking for something new to try, fried chicken and honey. So yeah, we got a lane after like an hour and a half, which was crusty, but it is what it is. We had to push back our reservation about an hour. But luckily the restaurant was around the corner from where we were at. So it wasn't that bad. We did have reservation for a dinner and we had to push that back so we could at least play one game of bowling. And it was going to cut into our eating time. But nonetheless, we got to bowl. And these people were way worse at bowling than mini golf. Way worse. I want you to like picture that. Well, okay, that's kind of a lie because one of my college friends, he whipped out his godly skills like it was nothing. Like it was absolutely nothing. He dead acted like it was nothing. You could see in his form, his technique, and whatever other words you want to use to describe that. But I was just like, why is this man a borderline professional? And you didn't even tell us. You didn't even tell me. You could have at least informed the rest of us. So we could have been prepared to be decimated because he did indeed decimate us. Spoiler alert, he beat everybody by a landslide. But that's okay. I'll let him have his moment or whatever because I won at mini golf. So, and it was the birthday vibes. But highlight of bowling, my high school friend's prospect, oh my god, I'm trying so hard not to name names. He literally threw his bowling ball not into the lane next to us, but 2 lanes down from us. Not even next to us. 2 whole lanes from us. He threw it that diagonally and with that much force. 2 whole lanes. Oh my gosh, I could not stop laughing. I think at that point, that's when my voice just started yeeting itself. Because I was cackling. I couldn't hold myself back. It was that funny. It was that funny. I was crying. Anyways, let me stop because I feel bad now. I feel bad. Not everybody has to be great at everything, okay? You don't have to be great at bowling. But 2 whole lanes from us, like, we lost our bowling ball and we never got it back. Well, one of our bowling balls, but we never got it back. So that was funny, but eventually the game ended and one of my college friends, as I said before, beat us. Whatever. But he really was good. He was really fire. I'm not going to be mad at that. He deserved it. But anyways, we went to the restaurant that was around the corner from us. And by that point, it was just, my voice was gone. It was yeeted, deleted, non-existent. It wasn't coming back for a while. I was crack-a-lacking. Like, if you follow me on on the gram or whatever. When did I post my voice? I was talking in one of my stories and my voice was just terrible, but I posted on my story and people were literally like DMing me, laughing at me, mad disrespectful. But that's why you should follow me on the gram so you can see what my life is like. But that was 2 days after. Yeah, that was 2 days after that day when I posted that story. And it was terrible, terrible. But nonetheless, we had to keep pushing. But I did that much yelling and that much laughing. It was my birthday. It's for the birthday vibes. Anyways, we went to an Italian restaurant. It was so pretty. It looked like it came straight out of Pinterest. One of my college friends took a picture, actually, of the inside. I was like, this looks like it could be straight off of Pinterest. It was that pretty. The mood was set perfectly, everything. But you know what wasn't cute? The waitress's attitude. Like, at all. Not cute at all. She had a stank attitude. It wasn't even bad. It was a stank attitude. Should I go into this? Everybody at the table felt it. You know, it all started when one of my friends was ordering a drink and he was like, yeah, can I switch out this for that? She was like, I am sorry. We cannot make any modifications to the drink. Oh my gosh. This really should have been a video because her facial expression, she just looked like she wasn't having it at all. And listen, if you're having a bad day, I understand everybody's having bad days, but why was her energy so passive aggressive? Like, even in her voice, you could kind of hear the sarcasm. I was like, girl, ain't no way you getting a pretty tip. What the hell? But, I mean, the food was okay. It was similar to Friday night's food. It wasn't the best, but not the worst either. It was an interesting experience, but for sure, the mood, the vibe, how it looked, finesse. 10 out of 10. The food, 5 out of 10. The waitress's attitude, -70 out of 10. But anyways, we're not here for the bad vibes. All good vibes. So after we ate, I wanted donuts. I was craving donuts. But by the time I don't even know what time it was. It was like 9 o'clock at night. Like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And that's when everything starts closing. That's something that I definitely have to give Manhattan. In Manhattan, things be open 24 hours till 11 p.m. Like super, super late. But everywhere else, it starts closing up like 7, 8. It's like, I get it. People have families, people have lives, yada, yada, yada. But that night, I just needed things to be open super late. But it wasn't. But that's okay. It is what it is. We had to get these donuts though, so we ended up walking for 30 minutes and it was cold at that point. Did I tell you this weather was trash on my birthday? I was so mad. I can't even do it properly because my voice is still hoarse, but why was it like in the 40s on my birthday? Then every other day after that, 60s, 70s. Today's gonna be in the 80s. Like, why could you bring this energy? You know what? Whatever. It's for the vibes. It's for the vibes. I'm going to keep saying that. It's for the vibes. But it was freezing at that point. Like, COL capital D, bro. But we were delusional. So did we really feel it? I mean, I felt it after a while, though. I'm not going to lie. But we were delusional at that point. So we could tolerate it, you know? But people were also walking in the wrong direction. Someone ran into a park in the middle of pitch black dark. Don't do that. Don't run into a park that has no lights on in the middle of the night. In pitch black dark. That's how people get mugged, bro. But anyways, we made it to a little donut ice cream shop type of thing that was open at like 10 o'clock at night. It was super cute though. It was really pretty. And the donut was actually really good. It was strawberry flavored. I really liked it. And we all got our stuff and just sat on a bench outside in the cold in front of a bar to consume our food. Lit. We slayed. And my high school friends prospect kept asking like the most intense questions. Should I even say the questions? He randomly asked, not to me, how muscular do you like your men? Like, what? I'm gonna stop. Okay. The questions itself, like the questions themselves, grammar. But the questions were not necessarily intense. I just think how he asked the questions, his tone of voice, that was intense. But it was entertaining, you know? It was very entertaining. But you know what else was very entertaining? Wazzing in a bar. What was it? It was like 10:30, almost 11 o'clock at night. Practically everything was closed. Like, I couldn't even go to Whole Foods. It was closed. And I was like, what is open at this time of night? So I could use the bathroom. And my friend was like, yeah, the bar. I was like, that's so smart. I'm 21, so now I can actually get in. So I walked up to some random bar that was across the street from the train station we were supposed to go to. And I was like, hey, to the bouncer or whoever that was standing outside, can I use the bathroom? It's like, sure, ID. So I whipped out my ID. But the thing is, my ID expired that day. So it was still the under 21 ID, but I didn't get my new ID yet. Like, it's still, coming in the mail, I guess you could say. But it still said under 21. So he looked and was like, huh? And I was like, it's my birthday. Look at the date of birth. He's like, oh, yeah, it's your birthday. And I'm like, it's cold. My bladder is full. Like, can we hurry this process up? He's like, happy birthday. I was like, thank you. Can I pee now? Yeah, so I went in a bar and I peed. And there was a lot of green lights in there. I did not enjoy myself. But nonetheless, you know what? It is what it is. We had to do what we had to do. It was for the birthday vibes. And yeah, we left after that. Got home close to 1 a.m. But I genuinely enjoyed myself that day. I genuinely enjoyed myself Friday and Saturday. It was really fun, and I think I really needed that. And then I got home close to 1 a.m. and then I had to wake up a couple hours later to get back out there because that was the day for me and my parents. We ended up seeing a musical that was called Some Like It Hot, which is essentially just a musical about how these two jazz musicians, a bassist and a saxophonist, witnessed a crime at one of the clubs they were supposed to play at. And the people that, did the crime, they saw them and was like, ain't no way, don't let them get away. So they had to run away and pretend to be women to join an all-women group to hopefully escape to Mexico. Yeah, very interesting. And I'm not going to spoil the ending, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But it was very entertaining. I really liked the singing. It was great. It was awesome. Spot on. And then after that, we went out to eat at a Cuban restaurant. Now that food beat all of the other, well, no. I don't know about the chicken at bowling. But the food that day on Sunday, it was really good. It was really good. Like, it beat the cruises food. It beat the Italian food. I don't know if it beat the chicken, though. We'll just say they're tied. But it was really, really good. And, and then we went home after that. It was a vibe. It was... How many times did I say that in this episode? If I could get $1 for every time I said it was a vibe, like, I'd be rich. But it really was a vibe. I enjoyed myself. lost voice and all, no regrets, would do it again in a heartbeat. But I'm also glad it's during spring break. I'm on spring break right now from college, and I definitely needed the time to recover. Like, it took me 5 days to get my voice back. 5 whole days. But I'm glad I got it back before school starts. Oh, which is in like 3 days? Yeah, I go back in 3 days. Ew. Well, by the time this is up, 2 days. But I'm going to try to enjoy the remainder of my spring break, meeting up with other people and stuff like that. And hopefully my voice can stick around this time. So that was a tall girl's 21st birthday. I don't know if any of that made sense. I'm pretty sure if my friends or anybody that went on this journey with me, I'm pretty sure if they listen to this, they're probably like, what the heck? Like, I tried my best to recount all the details. They're probably like, that's probably not even what happened. You know what? Whatever. That's how it happened in my head. That's all that matters. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Damn, 40 minutes? If you listen to me for 40 minutes, you're actually a real one. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. As always, feel free to hit me up on my socials at A Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. If you had a birthday this past weekend or have a birthday coming up and stuff like that, hit me up. Let me know. Let me know if we have the same birthday. Are we birthday twins? If your birthday's on April 8th, hit me up. That is... happy late birthday, too, if your birthday was on April 8th. But... wow, I really lost my train of thought right there. Yeah. Also, leave me a review. Let me know how tall you are. Imagine if we're birthday twins and height twins. That's crazy. Honestly, it was fate. You are meant to be at this episode, and you were meant to follow me on my socials and hit me up. Okay, maybe I'm pushing it a little too much. But yeah, thank you so much yet again. Any last words? Welcome to the new chapter of my life, I guess you could say. And if you're going into a new chapter of your life, or you're just scared of growing up and stuff like that, just know everybody goes through it. And you're not the only one. And you're not the only one that's scared too. I am terrified. I'm like an adult. Like, people see me as an adult. And that's never happened to me, obviously, because I just turned 21. But there's just so much to do, so much to be done. And that's basically the same thing. I don't even know why I said that like that, but you're not the only one, and we're all in this together, and we're gonna get through it. We're gonna tough it out because we're baddies, and it's for the vibes. Okay, I'm telling you this the last time. I'm gonna say that, so I'm gonna end the episode again. I never ended the episode in the first place. I'm gonna end the episode before I say it again. That's what I meant to say. But stepping into a new chapter is scary, but still worth it. And we're gonna get through it because we're all in this together. Okay, let me stop. I'm officially ending it. I'll catch you in the next one. Good night and goodbye.